What's in the bag? Join us as we take a look at the Glutton Demon from Creature Caster.
Spiky bits.
What's up, hobby maniacs? Rob Baer, kicking it with you again today. Checking out one of the fattest miniatures I've seen in a very long time. This is the Glutton Demon by Creature Caster. New release from them. It comes, well, it doesn't come in a box. It comes in a bag. So like, what's in the bag? I don't know, but I love that movie nonetheless. But when you order it from them, it's going to come in a box, highly protected by this ginormous bubble envelope. And inside of it, you can see here now, yep, that's a fatty. The ginormous Glutton Demon right there. And I pre-baggied a couple of these little parts here so I wouldn't lose them, because I was playing around with this guy, getting them all trimmed up and ready to assemble, because he's really awesome. Now this is 140 Canadian. I don't know the conversion to Canadian to American. I imagine American dollars are worth more. Might be one of the very few places on earth that's the case, at least here in North America. But if that is the case, then I'm sure this will be a lot cheaper for you guys out there. That being said, it's definitely not a cheaply produced miniature by any means. This thing is awesome. It comes with two different arms that you can put on here, a base as well that will definitely attach to any flat beveled edge base you want. Of course, this will go probably very easy over a 65 millimeter bevel right here, like a dreadnought size base if you're speaking the 40K language, so to speak, right there. But that would definitely work out very well. Now, as far as the miniature itself, it stands about 6 inches tall. We're going to take a closer look. I'm going to kind of assemble some of it and kind of show you guys how it goes together here and just how detailed it really is. But it's definitely fatter than it is taller. I think the circumference on this bad boy is about 9 inches all the way around, which is definitely wider or fatter in the case of the Glutton Demon, of course, right, than it is tall. Now here you can see this this particular shot here definitely harkens back to kind of, you know, some styling of back in the day from Games Workshop. You could even say they had a bunch of different options you could do for little tiny resin, or excuse me, not resin, metal or pewter miniatures. You can make them a whole bunch of different ways, and this was one of the features, was there was a, you know, a face in the belly right there. But isn't that uncommon? I'm not saying it was, you know, stolen or anything from Games Workshop, and I don't even think that's a thing. It was definitely inspired by a lot of, you know, kind of the ideas of the whole demon mythos and things out there. And then of course you've got two different heads that come on this bad boy also that I forgot to mention. Right there is of course more of a great unclean one kind of style type head. I don't know how else to kind of describe that. They've got the antlered kind of horn type deal right there, which is very iconic, of course. And then there's this optional head here, which it's a little bit more demon-y, but what I like about it is it's hard to see because it isn't painted, but it's just kind of, it's just got this gruff expression. It's just like, you know, just like, I don't know which version of Nurgle kind of, or, you know, demons kind of appeal to you. Obviously this is based off the whole Nurgle kind of feel to things, but I always like my fat demons jolly, like an elf. So I'll probably go with that head right there. But there is two different head options, like I said. Let's take a look at the rest of this stuff here. Now you've got two different weapon options, which are going to be for the right hand. And here's this kind of crowned mace type deal. This is very interesting how they designed this. It looks almost like there's like teeth and bone in here. And there's almost like it's like kind of like an armored kind of shell type deal. I don't know how to express that, but that's kind of what I'm seeing there. Kind of like a very bony kind of type deal. Now you do see that you will have to trim off some mold lines right there. This isn't 100%, you know, seamless mold or anything like that. And honestly, I prefer mold lines on my miniatures. That's how I know that my miniature got a good fill in the mold itself. Now here's the second weapon option, weapon arm right here. That's going to be a completely separate kind of deal. Let's see, it's going to have a separate arm too for what looks to be a gross intestine. Is that like an intestine wrapped around his arm, and then it attaches to this right here. Check this out. So I like the socketed design they got going on right here. It may not lend well to magnets. I suppose it could if you drilled it in a little bit further, but obviously that nub right there, or just shave that nub off, drill into there, and then you can magnetize it, I suppose. I mean, if you really cared that much about the weapon swaps, which you definitely could, right? This is gonna have this little intestine part right here that I bagged up earlier. As I don't know what this thing is, but it's definitely gonna have this intestine going the length of the weapon, and it locks into right here with this nice little slot kind of type deal. You are, like I said, you are gonna have to kind of scrape that down. There's a little bit of a mold line, but I mean, honestly, you know how I feel about that, so it's all good. And then this whole contraption will go together up here, and it's got like this crazy like, I don't even know what this is. Like, it's some sort of like bone scythe with like a spiny tongue kind of coming out of it. It's like a toothed maw mace kind of hook thing, almost like it's a grappling hook that he throws out, and he uses intestine to it's a grappler hook that's attached to his arm with intestine. That's the only way. I don't know. I don't know what it is, but I like it nonetheless. So that's a little bit more involved kind of arm right there, and then you've got your standard kind of mace arm, right? So two different options there. So let's slide that out of the way. Now his other hand is going to be pointing, so it's definitely almost like he is throwing something right here, right? But check out the detail on this. I mean, this hand is pretty sweet. So it's got all sorts of little bumps and things, the ridges, little nails on here, all sorts of pox marks and things like that. But check this out. That little maw right there, it's hard to see with the, is actually a face or a mouth, and there's a tongue that attaches to it. How sick is that? It's got a little tongue. Nah. Talk to the ham. Nah. I love this thing. It's pretty dope. Like I said, I like my Nurgles jovial. So the rest of it attaches together pretty well. Like I said, they got this whole like socket system thing. You could magnetize it, but obviously it attaches to itself very well. When you go to put it together, it lends a lot of great strength. So you can tell feet are kind of small. He's a little guy. He skipped leg day. He's definitely more in the tummy area than he is on the feetsies here, right here, right? But like I said, incredibly well detailed. The whole torso itself got folds for days, all sorts of bony protrusions up top here that would be super fun to paint. All sorts of lots of crazy detail up in there. I mean, you can tell right in here in the maw and the teeth and the tongue, more teeth, intestines, all sorts of gross little things like sinew and ugh, I don't even know. It's literally sick. It's so sick. All right, so that one goes here, and this one locks in here. Wait, here. See? And then it goes, and you can tell which way it goes on here because, whoops, this feet face, they almost look like web, but I know they're clawed. They almost look like little duck prints, right? So then this guy goes right on here, like so, and then you can glue him down, and he does stand about 6 inches tall, just to kind of give you an idea where he rocks in with our normal 28 scale miniatures. Well, he's pretty big. He's a big guy. He's definitely a big guy. There he is right there. And then of course you can attach your weapon arms via the arm sockets here. Now that little crazy hand right there is going to go on the end of that, the one with the tongue in it. And then of course right here in the middle is your choice of faces. So there it is. Very cool kit. It's obviously rather large, almost as, well, I would say just nearly as large as my hand girth wise, but you can tell this guy is most definitely a fatty, and you know how we love fatties here on this channel. I'm not sure. I'm gonna keep looking through all these creature caster miniatures I got, and I want to figure out which one we're gonna paint up. Probably a couple, but I know you guys have seen me paint up a lot of Nurgle stuff here on the channel and live on Twitch, so I'm not sure. He's definitely in the front running. We got the wood chick, the tree person lady, tree lady. Might paint her up. Definitely got an inkling for her. I'm not sure yet. I wanna weigh out all my options before I decide. But if you think there is one you would like to get seen, or a paint scheme that you would like to see us paint, either in tutorial or live on Twitch. Definitely drop it in the comments there. I'd like to know what you haven't seen on this channel yet and would like to hear in the future. So like I said, creaturecaster.com, 140 Canadian. I would imagine that is at least $100 US, maybe 120 or so. But really awesome miniature, about 9 inches around, stands about 6 inches tall. Very, very, very cool kit. Can't wait to look at the rest of the miniatures from these guys. They all seem to be very well done. So that's it for this one. Of course, if you like our video features here on this channel, make sure you subscribe to us so that you can thumbs up and comment on our videos. Be the very first. And head on over to longwar.net. That's the home of the battle reports for exclusive content, early access video, and more. Become a veteran of the Long War today.